After testing the cement for the fineness, setting time and strength, we go for the soundness of a cement. The change in volume of a cement after setting or hardening is causes due to the unsoundness of the cement. That is, if cement shows the expansion after the setting or change in volume after setting, then it is termed as the unsoundness of the cement. If it is having the low expansion or within the limit specified, then the cement is termed as the sound cement. So first we go for the what is mean by the unsoundness and the causes of unsoundness of the cement. The soundness test of the cement is done to ensure that the cement does not show any expansion after hardening and to find out the excess lime in cement. In a simple word, this test is conducted to check the unsoundness of the cement. So this test is performed to check the quantity of excess lime because lime is affect on a changing volume of the cement. Excess lime will definitely have a expansion after setting and change in volume. So this test is performed to check the change in volume of a cement after setting. Causes of unsoundness or causes of expansion of a cement. First is unsoundness is due to the presence of excess lime in cement. During manufacturing, if the lime is added in excess quantity, then it will subject it to the expansion. Inadequate burning at a clean during the manufacturing of the cement. During the manufacturing, there may be the material which are not properly burned and they will show the expansion. Improper grinding and mixing of raw material during the production of the cement, that is improper mixing of various raw materials which are required for the cement will causes the unsoundness of the cement. Unsoundness is also caused due to the high proportion of the magnesium content or sulfate content. That is the quantity of the magnesium content and sulfate content affect on the property of a cement, that is change in its volume of a cement. Next is how to prevent unsoundness in a cement. Gypsum is added in a cement while production the cement to control the rate of hydration in cement. The quantity of gypsum added is in between 3 to 5% depending upon the tricalcium aluminate content. If addition of the gypsum is more than that value, then gypsum will remain in a cement in a freeze state and this excess of gypsum leads to an expansion in the hardened state. So to prevent the unsoundness of the cement or change in volume, we have to limit the use of the gypsum during the manufacturing. So we have to add gypsum about 3 to 5% only. If the gypsum is added beyond this limit, then it will remain in a free state and it will affect on the volume of a cement. Next is apparatus required for the test for the soundness of the cement. Leach Chatelier apparatus is required. It is containing the Leach Chatelier mold as shown in the image. It is the Leach Chatelier mold. These are the glass plate. Water bath or require some container for to store to take water for the test. Weight and oil measuring scale, etc. First we go for the Leach Chatelier mold. This is a Leach Chatelier mold as shown in a figure or a diagram. It containing the split cylinder having the diameter, internal diameter is 30 mm and the height is 30 mm. The cylinder is cut vertically along the height. The cut is made in this mold or the cylinder along the height and two pointers are welded on the each side of the cylinder. These are the pointer having the length 165 mm the cylinder is having the internal diameter 30 mm, height 30 mm, and attached with the or along with the two pointer. This is the top view of the same cylinder. This is circular cylinder. It is cut at the side along the height. These are the two pointer are welded having the length 165 mm. These are the glass plate which are required to place on the top and bottom of the cylinder. First we go for the lead charcoal mold. It consists of the small split cylinder forming a mold having dimension of internal 30 mm, height 30 mm, that is diameter and height. One side of the split cylinder, on either side of the split cylinder, two parallel pointer ends of length 160 mm is attached. These are the pointers of length 165 mm are attached. Remember, the lead charcoal mold is split cylinder, that is open cylinder, it is not closed cylinder. Indicator arm determine the expansion of the cement. Indicator arm means pointer will determine the expansion of the cement. So to determine the expansion, we require to check this distance between two pointers, and this distance will give the length of the expansion. It means the expansion of the cement. So first we go for the apparatus, then we go for the test. Procedure is take 100 gram of cement and mix it with 0.78 times of water required for standard consistency, that is 0.78 p. As for the final setting time, same, we take a water 0.78 times p. P is the quantity of water required for the standard consistency. Next is apply oil to the leach clear mold and place it on a glass plate. So after taking the cement and mix it with the water, we have to place the or apply the oil on the inside of the leach clear mold, and one glass plate is placed below the mold and on which the mold is placed, and in the mold we have to place the cement paste and layer, and the top surface should be leveled, and on the top we have to place the glass plate. So the split cylinder or the lead clear mold should be have a glass plate on the top and bottom side, and cement paste is filled in the split cylinder. Then after cement paste is filled into the mold and it is closed with the glass plate, place some weight on it. So after placing the glass plate at the bottom and placing the cement paste in a cylinder and one glass plate on the top, we have to place some small weight on a top glass so that it will remain in a place. Then submerge the whole assembly or the apparatus for 24 hours in water at a temperature 27 degree Celsius. So after placing the cement paste into the mold and arrangement of the glass plates, weight, etc., place total assembly into the water for 24 hours. So after 24 hours, remove the entire apparatus from the water and then calculate the distance between the two pointer using measuring scale, and note it is as measurement L1. That is, after removing the total apparatus or assembly from a water after 24 hours, then we have to measure this distance between two pointer and this distance is taken as the length, that is L1. Okay. Next step is again submerge the whole assembly or the total apparatus in a water at a temperature of boiling point for 3 hours. So again we have to put the total assembly, total apparatus into the boiling water, and we have to kept it for the 3 hours. So in a boiling water we place this whole assembly for 3 hours, and after 3 hours we remove this assembly from the water and wait for the cool down, or allowed it to cool down this apparatus. And after that we have to check or measure the distance between two indicator point and it is as L2. So after placing into the boil water for 3 hours, we remove the total apparatus from the water and allowed it to cool down. After cooling the apparatus into the room temperature, then check the distance between these two pointers, that is the length L2. If the cement start expanding, the length is increased between two pointer, and by calculating the difference between the two length, the expansion of the cement is found. If there is an expansion of a cement, or cement shows the expansion, then there is a change in a length uh, of a pointer, that is there is a change in a length before boiling, before placing the apparatus into the boiling water and after removing from the boiling water, that is L1 and L2. So expansion of the cement is equal to difference between L1 and L2. So difference between these two pointer length will give the expansion of the cement. Next is expansion limit. If we taken the first length as L1 and second length as L2 and take the difference between two length, then there is some limit are given for the expansion. First is type of cement and expansion limit. For ordinary Portland cement for grade 33, 43 and 53, expansion limit is 10 mm. That is the difference between L1 and L2. Maximum allowed is 10 mm. For PPC, Pozzolana Portland cement, it is also 10 mm. For rapid hardening cement, it is also 10 mm. For low heat cement, 10 mm. For sulfate resisting cement or super sulfated cement, it is maximum 5 mm. So the difference between pointer is the expansion of the cement, and this difference will given in mm for a particular type of the cement. So it is about the soundness test of a cement by using Lee-Chatelier approach.